It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, it was Memphis in their last game with a loss to the Magic in Orlando. They got caught flat-footed, lost a game they felt should have been theirs. Looking to turn the page here. And on the floor tonight, we'll get to see one of the better shooters in the league, Danilo Gallinari, always a threat. He can light a team up when he gets hot. What do you guys like about Danilo's game?
Can I get some Italian music with this?
Okay.
Oh, mafia music. He has a great touch on all his shots, Ernie. Has the height to shoot over any and most of all small forwards. I like his game. Gallinari, he's definitely one of us.
Oh, you gonna keep the music going? Okay. Well, you know, he stepped up his game by making an effort. He really has the ability to get to the rim. Music is over. Thank you.
Kevin.
You gotta use it in this voice, Ernie. Say Kevin.
I never wanna waste your time. My mind, so precious. Is yours, is mine. Hey, look at the time. My God, so precious. Is yours, is mine.
We're coming at you from the Staples Center in beautiful downtown Los Angeles as the Clippers prepare to take the floor. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. This is the first game in the Grizzlies road trip. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
Kevin, you know, you always try and get that first game that starts a long road trip to kind of just put your group in the right frame of mind and build some early momentum.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Memphis head coach David Fizdale spent a long time as an assistant in Miami. He coached the big three of LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh. He said they were incredible leaders and basketball geniuses, so I was very lucky to be a part of that. A lot of my success I owe to that team we had in Miami. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Coach Fizz is certainly an exciting young coach on the rise. And here in the early part of the season, Steve, when you played, did you have a favorite part of the regular season?
I did. I think right around All-Star break and afterwards, because now you know you have a chance or you're in the hunt. You got to start to pick this up to put you in a place for the postseason. But if you're not in the postseason, February starts to feel like a drag.
I bet. But when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, at least now you got something to aim for, right?
Yes.
Boy, it's nice and high.
And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Conley out there with Harrison. And it's Marc Gasol. Then it's Ennis. And it's Martin in at power forward.
Yeah, nice little way to take the early lead.
I see the effort, already pushing the action, trying to establish a presence.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Martin. Conley gets the bucket.
Mike Conley is incredible in transition, using his ridiculous speed to beat everyone down the court.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Passes it to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Gallinari outside. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and here comes Ennis all alone. And Ennis slams it in.
Love the high activity of Conley on defense, keeping his arms moving all the time to create problems for the opposition.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. They double-team Griffin. Here's Ennis. Tries again. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Grizzlies shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Free throw good, Gasol. And the rebounding numbers for Marc Gasol have fallen off a bit in recent years. Steve, that concern you at all?
Well, yeah, they're going to fall off because he's shooting more threes, so the offensive rebounds are going to decline. His offensive game has become more perimeter-oriented. He's not the quickest, so they like him getting back on defense a little quicker.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another Unleash Chaos moment.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's Rivers, following the score by Memphis. Kicks to Beverly. Jordan with a screen on Conley. Beverly dishes to Griffin. Feeds to Rivers, beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening. Gave up a lot of easy points.
Now, here is Gallinari. Last time out, he had 14 points. And now here comes Conley leading the break. The lead pushed to double digits.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now, here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Michael Conley. And there's Ennis on the assist by Conley.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
And so many defenses nowadays really not designed to take away that mid-range jumper.
If you go by pure analytics, there is an argument to be made for that. This time, doesn't work out. Talk about steady floor generals. Mike Conley definitely comes to mind. Very stingy with his turnovers. He's always under control.
First free throw is good. And Mike Conley, exactly what you want, Steve, in a point guard. He ticks all the boxes.
He does. He makes the game easier for his teammates. He's a competitor, but more importantly, he's a coach on the floor.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
In my opinion, last season, the best of Mike Conley's career. He upped his scoring to over 20 points a game. At the same time, his most efficient offensive season.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And like a lot of the Grizzlies, Conley shooting a lot more threes.
He is. He's also gotten even better in his in-between game. Those floaters, he's even increased that. And he has great balance right now to his game.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. DeAndre Jordan III.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Clippers trail by 13. And Beverly kicks to Griffin. And no good. And Memphis the other way now. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Here's Conley. Here's Harrison. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Beverly kicks to Jordan. There's the pick. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Hey, Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, it's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
That free throw, no good.
You have to give DJ credit. A former second-round pick. He's becoming one of the best centers in the game.
And he sinks the second. Well, one thing you know with this Clippers franchise is they are not going to let money be a hurdle when it comes to their goal of winning a title. Ownership, Steve, has shown they're willing to put out money to get the best players on the floor.
Well, it all starts back to when this team was sold for $2 billion. Ownership is not afraid to open up their checkbook to acquire talent. Next for them is just getting to the next level and winning a championship.
Memphis leading by 12. Griffin with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Rivers has got his first basket.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's Gallinari with the 3. Keeps it alive. And Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got 6 points. Here's Martin. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Count the basket.
We will talk about feed the hot hand. That's what they're doing this quarter, which is why they've been able to maintain momentum.
Poked away. Everly with the ball. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Gallinari wide open. And it's Gallinari again missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Conley's shot is off.
Nice move inside. Has the defender beat. Just fails to finish.
And the dunk by Jordan.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Now here's Ennis. Outside for Martin. And the layup's good off the glass. He has 6.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
No good from Jordan.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Beverly. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Grizzlies.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
And the Clippers call time here. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus, but they held each other accountable and played hard.
And the pick and roll, Smitty, such a key play in the NBA in your eyes. Who are the most devastating pick and roll players in the league?
I think guys with the ball in their hand is James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard. Some of the role guys are Blake, DeAndre Jordan, Draymond Green, because he can make a play with the basketball afterwards. And anytime you put best players in the pick and roll like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, they are definitely guys that makes defense really think about it.
So, for the Clippers, Sam Decker's checked in for Gallinari. Lou Williams is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Memphis also making some changes. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Martin. Evans comes in for James Ennis. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. And stolen by Chalmers. Now Evans running the floor all by himself. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's a 12-point Memphis lead. The Clippers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Pass to Griffin. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Blake Griffin, a free agent this past summer, ended up staying with the Clippers while others departed.
Yeah, you thought he might be gone after CP3 left, but Griffin enjoyed the team, and they offered him a huge contract. You felt as though he flew under the radar a bit in free agency, due maybe to his history of injuries.
First one falls for him. Well, and each player has their strengths and their weaknesses, Smitty. When you played, what did you feel was your greatest strength as a player? And maybe the one area that held you back a little bit?
I think basketball IQ, being able to shoot the basketball, versatility. And then I think the one thing that held me back, I wish I was more athletic. I really wish I could jump, Kevin, high like a lot of these guys, because I think that gives you an advantage if you have both the IQ, the versatility, and athleticism.
And we all know Blake Griffin, Steve, is a scoring forward, but he has a very well-rounded game. Besides being an excellent ball handler, he is also one of the best passing bigs in the NBA.
I agree. He's done a nice job of improving in that area. Being able to pass out of the post, pass off the dribble, has a great sense of timing, and could put a pass exactly where he wants. Blake Griffin was pointing his finger to throw it up way high, and he went, got it, and dunked it home.
Parsons for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Parsons got his first 3 points of the game.
When he gets it going from out there, look out.
Beverly against Chalmers. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Decker passes to Griffin. Yes, that goes in. Griffin's got 14 points.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Chalmers' shot is no good. Clippers trail by 9. Now Decker. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And that one's good. Beverly.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Gasol kicks to Harrison. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Harrison's got his second basket of the game.
One of the premier playmaking big men in the league, Marc Gasol, finding the open man.
Now here's Beverly. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Andre Jordan, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
On defense, Memphis. 8-point game. 6 on the shot clock, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Gasol. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 19 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Double digits in the first quarter. The only thing they have to avoid is taking their foot off the gas.
Now here's Williams. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. Griffin dishes to Beverly. Connects from 3-point range. Beverly's got 6.
That's how you play the game. Draw 2 defenders, kick it out to the wide open man for a bucket.
Harrison. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's the screen on the wing, Williams. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And let's see the stat sheet here on DeAndre Jordan. He's coming off an excellent season. First in field goal percentage, 3rd in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took.
Ouch, 3 fouls for him already, and now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
Reedy's checked in for Jordan. Then for the Grizzlies, Wright comes in for Marc Gasol, and Deontay Davis subbed in for Harrison. Parsons passes to Wright, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beverly with the ball. Evans picks him up. Here's Griffin. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
And Beverly kicks to Decker. Over Parsons. Decker gets the bucket.
And Beverly, not a volume playmaker, but he always makes smart decisions with the basketball.
And Wright throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Wright with the double team. Back to Williams. And a miss there on the triple.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
Oh, wow.
Watch your head.
That's a beautiful jam.
Nice finish off contact. Wright's added a little strength to his frame.
Clippers trail by 11. And here's Beverly. He has 6. Reed a screen on Parsons. Back to Beverly. To the paint. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
He's not shy around the rim. Chandler Parsons with the length to work inside.
Nice D from Griffin.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And the wide-open shot from Decker. They get it back.
He does a nice job of being very, very physical on the offensive glass. Nice job by Blake, catching it and putting it back.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for the Memphis Grizzlies. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We come back right after this. And one of our game's most explosive dunkers, DeAndre Jordan, tells us what it feels like to be DeAndre Jordan.
And you jump 20 feet in the air, it's like you're flying for a quick second. And then I've learned that how good the dunk was on the reaction of my teammates.
And for a guy like DeAndre, and a guy of DeAndre's size, guys, it's hard to believe how fluid he is in the air.
He's got some body torque into those jams, and just all around, he seems to improve his game every year.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, the Grizzlies enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, what's that saying, guys? Sharing is caring. Just terrific ball movement here in that first quarter.
What they did, they left their egos in the locker room. It's a very all-for-one, one-for-all mentality.
Beverly and Williams are the 1 and the 2. Johnson is out there with Harrell, and it's Reed in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, we know the Clippers are one of the best teams in the league, but are they good enough to win it all? Coach Doc Rivers talked about overcoming the super teams they face. He said the big three in Boston, put them together, bam, we won. You had Miami, Golden State, but there are teams that still poke through. Dallas did it, and that's what we're trying to do. Kevin?
And with Doc in control of the Clippers, DA, they'll always be in contention for a title. Thanks so much for that terrific report. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Steve is a player. Do analytics give you a path to say, you know, I should change and lean more toward this, or I should stop doing that because I'm better at this? Does that ever enter a player's mind, you think?
Hey, Kevin, I think guys should look at these numbers. When you're saying from this spot you're shooting 20%, stop shooting from that spot. And from this shot you're shooting 80%, you might want to get to that spot. So I think that in those cases, yes, analytics work. And when you're shooting a 3 and you're shooting about 30%, you need to step in.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Chandler Parsons. And the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Another miss by Johnson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Pull-up jumper. Chalmers. The tip in on the offensive rebound. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's Johnson. 9-point game his last outing. Davis with the double team. Outside Williams. Plenty of space. Jump shot is good that time. Williams has got his first bucket in this one. Here's Parsons. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Harrell dishes to Reed. Parsons comes with a double team. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Parsons. Lets it go with a 3. Lou Williams, and that's good. Williams has got 5 points so far.
Smooth shooting motion from distance. Williams making it look easy.
Parsons passes to Evans. Back to Parsons. Moves back up, and there's the nice layup by Evans. He has 6.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now here's Wright. 6 points for him. Nice shot by Evans.
Tyreek is good at playing bigger than his size. A great finisher, close to the cup.
And the Clippers call time here.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for the Clippers. Memphis also making some changes. Ennis comes in for Mario Chalmers. And Mike Conley subbed in for Chandler Parsons. On the wing, Johnson fires the three. The shot that time, not on target. And Memphis the other way now. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Looking forward to seeing these two franchises square off in what should be a thrilling first game.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
The pass to Reed, right with the double team. And Tyreek Evans is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. On defense, Memphis. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Harrell setting the pick for Gallinari, and Tyreek Evans is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Gallinari with it, picked up by Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Brandon Wright is a guy that puts a lot of effort into his defense. If he can't block a shot, he's at least contesting shooters as they go up.
Shoots from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 14 points for Conley.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And David Fizdale, 8 seasons in Miami as an assistant coach, including 2 seasons as assistant head coach. He's been a top coaching prospect for years.
Well, he's dreamed of becoming a head coach. What he does is he has an unbelievable work ethic. He's determined. Also, he has a great feel for the game, and he has a great relationship with his players and the city of Memphis. It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
And he gets the bucket. Conley's got 6 in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Rivers kicks to Williams. Picked by Harrell. Williams dishes to Rivers. That 3 off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Johnson with the block. That one goes in. Ennis has got 6 points.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Rivers against Conley. Rebound by the Clippers.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Here's Rivers. Cans it from downtown. Rivers has got his second bucket.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Conley's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Johnson. Memphis also making some changes. Marcus All's checked in for Wright. Jarrell Martin comes in for Deontay Davis. And it's Harrison in for Evans. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Conley. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Williams for 3. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Pass to Rivers. Takes the 3. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
Here's Rivers. Harrell, the pass to Rivers. Stolen. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Drops in the breakaway layup. Harrison's got 8.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Now here's Rivers. He had 19 points in the win against Dallas. Ennis on the double team. Gallinari with it. Now guarded by Ennis. And Gallinari kicks to Jordan. Williams for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Martin's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Harrison, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers. The Grizzlies have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. First free throw is good. And Steve, you are known for ball handling at 6'7". It seems like we're seeing more and more big players with that kind of skills. Antetokounmpo, Ben Simmons in Philadelphia as he begins to come back in his rehab. Of course, LeBron James. Why do you think that's the case? The taller guys handling the ball and with great success.
You know, Kevin, I think it's because now guys are not in the box. I don't think you have positions. It's positionless basketball. And guys want to be able to dribble the basketball, shoot the basketball, and they work on their game. I know kind of in my era, the big guys just stay in the paint. The guards handled the basketball. And then kind of the 2 and the 3 were the only guys that did a lot of different things. But I think right now, guys are learning the game from such a young age to be able to do it all. And that's the reason why we're seeing more triple-doubles.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's Conley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Conley's got 20.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Knocks it loose. Here's Decker. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Ennis. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. Rivers with it. Now guarded by Ennis. And they double up Jordan. Oh, and here comes Ennis all alone. And Ennis slams it in.
You can't afford to leave one of Conley's teammates wide open. He will make you pay.
The Clippers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And from distance, no less. What an amazing pass.
That's about as long an alley-oop pass as you're going to see. Conley's shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Here's Rivers. Goes back up. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
You really have to hit DeAndre if you want to prevent him from scoring sometimes. He is just so strong down there in the paint.
The Clippers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Griffin's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams. Jordan no good on the free throw.
For DeAndre Jordan, he doesn't do a lot of things on the floor, but what he does do, he does extremely well in my opinion. One of the best dunkers and finishers inside. He's also a fantastic rebounder on both ends.
And here are the Clippers now. The Grizzlies making the shot. Back to Beverly. There's the double team with Martin. 6 to shoot. Here's Griffin, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And with Jordan, it's not a knock to say he doesn't do too much. You know, Steve, he knows exactly what he's got to do and how to execute it. He's very much a classic center.
Yeah, he is. He's a throwback center, and he stays within himself. But what he does at an elite level is rim protection, rebounding, and finishing.
It's stolen by Martin. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. For Memphis, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Parsons comes in for James Ennis, and it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. And so Martin nails both of them. Los Angeles has gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Dishes to Rivers. It's stolen by Martin. Pass to Harrison. Tries again. They grab their own miss. Here's Gasol. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Beverly against Martin. Over in the corner, Decker. Back to Beverly. Griffin with it. A 20-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Parsons. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Now here's Decker, defended by Chalmers. Offensive rebound. Jordan kicks to Beverly. There's the dish to Rivers. Knocked away and stolen by Parsons. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist from Parsons. Parsons got 4 assists in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Beverly wide open. Los Angeles with another miss.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Here's Gasol. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Beverly. 6 points for him. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Up top, Griffin. Tries to snap the cold streak. Good. He hits the jump shot. Griffin's got 20.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Martin with the bucket. 15 seconds left in the first half of the game. Decker with a screen for Beverly. He dishes it to Decker. Jordan with a screen on Parsons. Here's Griffin. The putback.
Marc Gasol working so hard on defense, making sure he gets himself in the airspace of shooters.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chandler, how were you guys able to come in here and get off to this kind of start?
They're a great team. The big thing for us is just ball movement, playing unselfish, and doing all the little things that free up other people for shots, cutting, screening, flaring, doing all those little things. We're moving the ball really well, and we're getting out in transition early.
Chandler, looking good so far, my man. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
Nobody had an answer for Mike Conley in the first. He had 20 points, 6 assists, and also 3 steals. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
And every team needs this, a guy who challenges the defense with that slashing ability.
You know what? So many teams focus on the perimeter and alley-oops. It's important to have someone who can work that in-between area.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. And Los Angeles guys shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. And back when Dave Yeager was the coach of the Grizzlies, Steve, he admitted they were slow and old. Is that still the case? Does this team need to get more athletic?
Yeah, I think they do. They play at a slow offensive pace. They don't get a lot of transition points. Their outside shooting has improved, but they can use more athletes.
Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. You've got Ennis. Martin is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Conley, and it's Harrison in at the 2. Gallinari with it, now guarded by Ennis. Beverly for 3. It gets rebounded by Ennis. Beverly's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Conley's shot is off. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, David Fizdale was one of the most respected assistant coaches in the league before he took over in Memphis last season. He spent 8 seasons in Miami, where LeBron James played for him. LeBron said he has every quality that would fit a head coach. He's confident in his ability, a great learner, a great communicator. So it was great to see him get the nod, and he's proven so far why he's capable of the job. Kevin?
And an endorsement from LeBron is never a bad thing, D.A. Thanks so much. Here's Griffin following the score by Memphis. And it's Jordan with the jam.
With his size and athleticism, no wonder DeAndre Jordan is one of the most fearsome rebounders in the game.
Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 22 points.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Now here's Griffin. He's got 20, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Gallinari outside.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
Ball's knocked loose. Shoots. Here's Gasol, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Gasol's got 7 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Gallinari dishes to Beverly. To the middle. Here's Griffin. But they get it back.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Back to Beverly. Inside. Jordan the pass to Griffin. 1 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you knew the Clippers would be hit hard in free agency. Losing both Paul and Redick kind of changes the outlook of the team. But still, I think they're going to be solid and one that I expect to make the postseason. But I don't think that we can label them as a contender.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg with the moves, the era of Lob City, it looks like it's officially over.
Yeah, and it was a fun run. But the team just, one, couldn't stay healthy, and they had some bad luck, let's face it, in the postseason. Entertaining group to watch, no doubt about it, but now we start the new era in Clipperland.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
He's incredibly difficult to guard, Blake Griffin. He's 6'10", 250-something pounds. He has size, but he also has quickness like a guard. You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Grizzlies making the shot. A nice shot by Gallinari.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's Conley. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 13 with that last one. It's stolen by Ennis. It's Gasol with the drive. It's good, the assist that time from Ennis. And it's 9 points for Marc Gasol.
Love the effort from Marc Gasol. Physical defense, but he wasn't deterred.
Griffin a screen on Conley. And Beverly kicks to Griffin. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. And a look here at the shot chart for Los Angeles.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
Reedy's checked in for Los Angeles. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 24 points.
Conley is so tricky down low, creating just enough space to get his shot over the defense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Memphis also making a switch. Deontay Davis is checked in for Marc Gasol. Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. In the corner, Reed with it. He feeds it to Beverly. Drills it from outside. Beverly's got 9 points.
Very consistent from long distance. Beverly a floor spacer offensively.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
You know what? It's two competing philosophies. One team playing it close to the vest, the other fast and loose.
Now here's Williams. 12 points for him. It's rebounded by Memphis. Ennis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Love the veracity of Evans when he's attacking the cup. He's looking for the foul.
Tyreek Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
And the first one drops.
Evans is a nice player, a guy who can play multiple positions, an effective scorer.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And both free throws good for Tyreke Evans.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the two bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
Now here's Ennis. Danilo Gallinari, unable to get his last shot to go.
Punishing the smaller man inside. Just good fundamental basketball.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and rolls. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
And the Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. Williams with a clean look off the left rim and out. The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Here's Conley. It's good, the assist that time for Ennis. And that's now 26 points for Mike Conley.
Conley is really smart at picking his spots out there. When he's feeling it, he is looking to score the rock.
Knocked away. Williams double team. Here's Harrell.
All right, a moment here to check out stats for Patrick Beverley, how he performed last season. Put up about 9 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
The first one falls. And the Grizzlies, a much improved three-point shooting team last season, Steve. They went from one of the very worst to the middle of the pack a season ago.
Well, they couldn't find perimeter shooter on the wing. They have good shooting big men in Gasol and Jermichael Green. Coach Fizdale's encouraged them to let it fly. He told Marc Gasol if he didn't take 4 a game, he'd sit him down.
Both shots good from the stripe. And you look at the Clippers post Chris Paul. The team is still in a position to compete.
I think they had to fill in gaps when players left, but I really like the job they've done overall. I mean, they have good inside and outside presence. Not the same, but they aren't in a horrible spot.
Here's Beverly after Tyreke Evans has scored. Doubled by Conley. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
And now a moment to see the stats for Conley. Great showing for him last season. 17th in assists, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And really a good season for him distributing the basketball. Whether it was the drive and dish, pick and roll, fast break, he was money all year long. Beverly dishes to Harrell. Davis with the double team. It's stolen by Davis. Conley into the lane. A second chance effort, and Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 6.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won. Skying high, one of his advantages as a undersized 4.
And Davis throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. LA has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Beverly against Conley. Williams for 3. And Wright pulls it down.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Harrell slams it in.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And Los Angeles guys shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Now here's Williams. He's got 12. Double team on Williams. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Decker's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Memphis also making some changes. Parsons checked in for Conley. And it's Chalmers in for James Ennis. Grizzlies shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Here's Parsons. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
And there you see the heart and fire of Parsons. Just refused to be denied on that shot.
Well, a max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite, Greg, his history of knee injuries. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they've needed a great two-way wing player for years. Hopefully, Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
One shot.
It's all about defense for the Memphis Grizzlies. 7 straight years in the playoffs, only one of those where they were in the top half of the league offensively.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. That three off the mark. And finished off by Parsons.
Tyreek has solid floor awareness, outstanding at knowing when one of his guys is open.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now, here is Reed. And stolen by Parsons. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Parsons got the ball. And Davis throws it down.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Evans with the steal. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Oh, that's offensive interference. The Clippers shooting in this game, 45%. Decker passes to Johnson and stolen by Wright. Davis inside. He can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Parsons. That's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And here is Los Angeles now. The feed to Reed. Davis with the double team. Kicks it to Johnson. Back to Beverly. Takes a three. Clock at 4. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got his 5th rebound right now.
Oh, goodness.
Terrific.
Wow. And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. And stolen by Wright. And again, Memphis running the court in transition. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons. Jordan, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rivers comes in for Williams. Andrew Harrison's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Beverly. 9 points in the game so far. Jordan the screen. Now Beverly. There's the three. And the three ball is good. Beverly's got 6 in the quarter.
And he's turned himself into a tremendous 3-and-D role player. Beverly's jump shot has become a strong suit on offense.
Now here's Beverly. 12 points for him. And they double up Jordan. Knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Ennis.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
Now here's Evans. Defense is right there. Here's Wright. Lays it up and banks it in. Wright's got 8 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Beverly kicks to Decker. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Harrison. Here's Wright. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, second chance points again, a huge problem for this team.
And stolen by Wright. Tipped away. Evans kicks to Wright. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now here's Decker. He's got 10. And there's the call on Brandon Wright. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Los Angeles, they have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Griffin's checked in for Reed. Marc Gasol's checked in for Memphis. Jarrell Martin comes in for Tyreke Evans. He doesn't get the second one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the Clippers get called for the foul.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Rivers. He's got 8. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lobs it up for Jordan. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Parsons attacking, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, when Parsons gets some speed on the drive, you can't do much against his height, and often you just end up fouling him.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Chandler Parsons gives you a little bit of everything. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, he can pass it. A very versatile player.
Both free throws good from Parsons. 12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Beverly. Jordan the screen, and the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Clippers have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Up and down career for Gallinari. A skilled forward with size, has struggled because of health.
Gallinari hits them both. Just 4 seconds left in the third. And finished off by Gasol.
Gasol is just so long. When he's driving to the hole, there's not a lot you can do to stop him.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Memphis out in front, delivering the blowout. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
We can't do it on our own. We got to play together. We got to share together. All right? It's simple basketball.
Always preaching teamwork. Doc Rivers laying it down for his team moments ago in their huddle.
Yeah, I think he sees where certain individuals are kind of taking it upon themselves, and that's not helping right now.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. They've got Evans. Griffin is out there with Johnson. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Thornwell in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Rab. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up. Be willing to make the extra pass.
And Los Angeles guys shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Evans kicks to Griffin. Here's Johnson. Brooks grabs the board.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
And it's Memphis on the break. Offensive rebound. It's good.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. To the inside, Thornwell. Griffin. It's good on the putback.
The power of Blake Griffin, leaving nothing to chance on that putback.
Here's Martin. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Evans outside. He kicks it to Griffin. Griffin draws the double. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Poked away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And here is Los Angeles now. Johnson the screen. That's tipped, so it's Memphis again turning it over. Makes it off the glass.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Now here's Evans. On the wing, Evans shoots a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Here's Rab. No good there. So the Clippers will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Here's Gallinari. Goes up again, and the layup is good.
Following up on the miss, one thing about Gallinari, cannot question his work ethic.
Martin. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the fourth quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen.
Here's Thornwell. And it's Harrell missing.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
The Clippers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Stolen by Martin. And now running it up the court, Martin. Oh!
Yes. Goodness. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And Smitty, they say players are made in the summer, the off-season, when they can really work on things on their game. Especially these days, players will hire top-level trainers and coaches for individual work during the off-season.
You know, Kevin, I love it. The guys are putting in those emphasis on their bodies with trainers and coaches. But I know sometimes I've heard stories where the teams want you to work on this, maybe say your mid-range games, but then guys have these coaches are just working on their threes. So I think guys got to be careful just hiring anybody. You want to work on your game, but I think also it has to be a balance what the team wants and what you want.
Steve, I've heard that too, and I think teams are they like the work in the offseason, but it's got to be directed the right way.
Yes.
And if you're a part of a team in a long-term project, I think you've got to take the direction and follow the compass that your team has given you.
Yeah, I think so, and I think a lot of times teams are getting upset because now you're seeing these individual coaches and trainers starting to come on NBA time, work out on NBA time, and I think that's when it started to become somewhat of a problem.
Rab, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
This is where it's important to have guys looking for opportunities. Terrific lead pass.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Johnson the screen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
And that one misses. Well, Steve, it's something that everyone has a different opinion on. How do you feel about the current amount of years a player has to play in college before they enter the NBA draft?
Well, Kevin, I look at it this way. I like the notion that people have been throwing around that you're able to come out of high school and go to the NBA. But if you choose to go to college, you must play 2 years. So I'm leaning toward and researching and looking at that. I think I'm on board with that because there are some guys should have the opportunity straight out of high school, and there are some guys I think need college. So I think if they can balance that out, and I think that's the way I would be leaning.
I like that perspective. Basket is good, the assist from Johnson. And that's now 10 points for Gallinari.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
This is what your spacing is designed to do, find cracks in the defense.
Johnson the screen. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Johnson's checked in, and the Grizzlies also with the sub. Davis is checked in. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brooks. Drops in the breakaway layup. Brooks has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the steal then right into the fast break. Great awareness.
Perfect read. Takes a chance, certainly pays off.
Now here's Evans. Here's Thornwell. Johnson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Harrell setting the pick for Johnson. Off the pick. Feeds to Evans. Pass to Johnson. Harrell with it. Davis is there. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Johnson gets the bucket.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
And Brooks, here we go. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Tipped away. Pick by Harrell. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
Well, he saw an opportunity to slam it down, and he seized it.
Johnson right side. There's the pass to Evans. And another fast break for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're running.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Johnson, good.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, the pace, the big plays they're making, this is a statement run right here.
Hard to remember the last time they've missed. These guys are having fun right now.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
The Clippers have gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Chalmers against Evans. Here's Rab. Whoa!
Goodness.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Down low, here's Johnson. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Chalmers. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Pick by Harrell. Evans kicks to Johnson. They double-team Johnson. Pass to Thornwell. Well, the NBA has taken great strides to ensure a competitive balance, Steve, over the past decades, but they have a long way to go to achieve complete parity. I don't know that it can ever be done. How do you feel about the current competitive balance of the league right now?
You know, I think it's good, but Kevin, you're totally right. You can't get complete parity. You're going to have injuries, and I think when you have injuries, it changes the whole dynamic of these teams. So far, so good for me. I think there's a lot of balance. Good teams are good for a while, and then it always shifts and changes. I think we're in good hands right now.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Evans kicks to Harrell. And Davis sends it back. They recover it. And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity over Johnson. Here's Wright. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Reed. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. And the basket by Chalmers.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
And Los Angeles guys shooting about 47% here in the 4th. Brooks on the double team. Here's Thornwell. Brooks covering, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And with the new TV deals, we've seen players' salaries and caps certainly skyrocketing. What does that do in affecting relationships among the players, between the players, within a team?
You know, I think, Kevin, when guys are happy, Obviously, with their salaries, they play better, but I think also they can affect sometimes. Let's talk about it team-wise. You have a guy that's not playing at the level that you thought he would be playing. Because of the numbers, it's going to be harder and harder to move some of those guys. Then you have a guy that's playing better than a guy that's making a lot of money. He's going to expect, and some of these teams are not going to be able to play, so you're going to see a lot of movement. And I'm back in our day, Kevin, my day, you didn't see that much movement. Because of these skyrocketing salaries, I think now it's going to be more and more movement.
And you know, Steve, with the new deal signed between players and the league, it'll be, I think, easier for teams that have drafted and developed a player now to keep that player and not lose them to more money to another team.
You're totally right. I think guys getting drafted and they can play, they will definitely be there for years and years because they can make the most money with their teams respectively.
Now here's Evans. Down low, here's Decker. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists now in this one.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
And that one's good. Right. Here's Evans. Here's Thornwell. And stolen by Wright. A solo fast break. Jumps up. And Wright throws it down hard.
Wright has a variety of ways to score. If you play off him, he can get hot quickly.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And with his length and mobility, tough to deal with Wright when he takes it to the rim.
Now here's Evans. Davis with the double team. Reed misses. Grizzlies shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. Ennis misses. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Passes to Thornwell. On the last few seasons, the NBA has seen its share of teams that provide that villain role for the league. The Warriors, perhaps with Kevin Durant, LeBron when he was in Miami and now in Cleveland. Do you think having a villain in the NBA is a good thing for the league?
Well, I think the right type of villain. And when you start talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James, those are right type of villains because they're getting criticized as a villain because of not of their actions on the floor or off the court, just the choices they made to switch teams. But both those guys, LeBron and Kevin Durant so far, has handled it perfectly, and that's why the league's in good hands.
First free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
And he was not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Grizzlies.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Martin.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Well, you always hear about a player working extra hard in the offseason when they're approaching free agency, or how much truth is there to the idea, Steve, of a player doing more in a contract year, trying harder?
Well, you hear it. I mean, you hear teammates, you hear guys, competitors, you hear us analysts saying, you know when there's a contract year for a lot of guys, and you look at a guy putting in a little bit more effort. I think the guy that you respect the most is when they play the same way all the time, whether it's a contract year or the first year. A lot of guys do ramp it up and make more shots, when it's a contract year.
But that's human nature, don't you think? I mean, if you know there's a prize at the end, the harder you work. If there's a big test at the end of the week, you study harder. I mean, I would just think that's just human nature.
It is, and I think for instance, the teams and general managers, you have to do your homework to understand the type of player that you're paying for a long time.
.111 left in the fourth. Evans kicks to Decker. Reed a screen. 4 on the shot clock. Johnson loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Davis dishes to Wright, and that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Ennis kicks to Wright. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Reed. And it's Johnson penetrating. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Here's Wright. Some solid defense from Reed. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Johnson. Parsons with some nice D. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. Yep, that one goes. Here's Evans. And there's the call on Brandon Wright. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
2.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Evans. Parsons outside. Misses.
I like Johnson's development as a defender. That 7-foot wingspan definitely helps.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with Chandler Parsons. Chandler, this one didn't look like it was in doubt for very long.
Tonight was fun, and we had it clicking early going, and we were hitting shots, and we knew that we had to get out to a good start on these guys because they're a capable team, and they got a lot of talent, so we wanted to put it away early, and we did a good job of doing that.
It's great to see you back on the floor, Chandler. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time